Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be continuing my July birthday month and we'll be featuring the Zodiac of Cancer. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos so you can see all the videos that have been leading up to this July birthday month. So I'm starting off by putting on some black shadow by Gelish, and we'll be applying 2 coats of this, curing in between. And for this week's birthday month design, on this hand, we're going to be doing the regular July Zodiac. And then on the right hand, which I'll be posting later this week, we'll be doing the Chinese Zodiac for the year that I was born. So I'm just applying some matte top coat by Gelish. I want this to be very plain here so that my designs will stand out. So I'm just using Born Pretty stamping polish. This is a great polish to do some freehanding as it dries really fast. If you're not a person that uses gel polish. So here I find myself doing freehand with my non-dominant hand and freehanding some letters. So as straight as I was trying to make this, it's not that straight. But I love the color and I love the font that I'm trying to do here, so I think it came out pretty great. So for this design, I'm going to be laying out my birth date on my index and pinky finger. My middle finger will comprise of the stars that make up the Cancer zodiac, and my ring finger will be of the moon that was present the day that I was born, which is the crescent moon. And my thumbnail will have the, and I do not know the terminology here for this, but it's the other symbol for the Cancer sign. And I'll be doing that in all rhinestones. So as you know, I definitely have to have a rhinestone element. I try to do that as much as I can in most of my designs. So I'm definitely going to be exploiting that in this one today. So I'm just going to be moving on to the next nail and putting down a 5 as I was born on July 5th. And I was born on a Tuesday, and that night there was a crescent moon. I do not know the exact time of my birth, but it was sometime in the afternoon. I have no idea where my birth certificate is. I must have lost it over the years. And I definitely want to like go back I've been wanting to go back to get my records, but the hospital that was there is now a different hospital. And when I did call to find it, they told me to look into town records. So I'd have to go to the town hall of the town that I was born, and then ask for my birth certificate there, which would be like, it just seems like a process, to be honest. So maybe I'll make it a point to get it someday. It would be nice just to have that documentation. Which is insane because, you know, for college I needed it so many times. And so, I don't know. It must have gotten lost through the shuffle of paperwork. So I'm just trying to crisp up these lines using some nail cleanser and a brush, and I find it difficult with any fine brush to make these sharp edges as you see here. So it is just really easier if you need to make a point into a design, just use your nail cleanser and brush. And I would definitely like to apologize for being off frame here. It's just you know, I have to figure this stuff out. Like I was okay before, but I think I'm getting so comfortable, like just getting in the zone and doing what I'm doing that I forget that I have to keep my hands in view. So I'm gonna have to put on like a blatant um center marker for me to place my hand on. So moving on, I'm putting down the stars for the Cancer sign. It's very simple. It doesn't look like a crab at all. But I mean, if this is what it is, then that's what it is. I would say it looks more like Scorpio, but it's not. So I'm putting down a layer of matte top coat. And this is going to become my new hack. So this was actually a happy accident. I'm putting down some holographic glitters. I'll leave a link for that in the description box below. But I'm just sprinkling a little bit on the nail, and then I'm going to redot these stars so that they're more prominent in the nail. So the hack is I think I found my own blooming gel because as I didn't cure the matte top coat when I sprinkled the glitters and then put a second coat of that white on the stars, I noticed that it started bleeding. And at first I was like, oh no, but you know, it ended up coming out really nice because it looks like the star is glowing. So now for the crescent moon nail, I'm doing the same thing. I put a layer of matte coat and then I sprinkled some hollow glitters, and I'm now just putting tiny, tiny dots on the edge of this, on one side of this crescent moon, and that's going to cause it to bleed as you see here. So it's going to give it that nice faded look to the moon. So I'm going in again with some matte top coat, and this is my for sure lazy method of applying glitters. And as you know, I usually do the gummy, jelly, and shiny, but these are so flat that they should stay on. If you like to, you can put another layer of the top coat over these glitters if you do it this way. And then I'm going to be doing the same technique on the index finger. I love these hollow stars. They're not like the typical geometric stars. These are like Cosmo, like starburst stars. Hopefully that description is correct. It probably isn't. But I love against the matte top coat that it just pops. So onto the thumbnail, the grand finale of this set. I'm applying just a little thin layer of this evenly throughout the nail since we're going to be applying full rhinestones. And then I'm going to go in with some shiny, a very thin layer. I don't want this to flood my cuticle. And I'm applying the least amount of pressure possible so that I don't squish that gummy jelly out of the way. But I'm taking these rhinestones that I used in my last design. I'll leave a link in the description box below for that. But I'm just going to start marking out where I want this Cancer sign. So I don't know what the official name for it is if it's not a Cancer sign. But to me it looks like a yin yang symbol just flattened. But yeah, so I'm just now going to be completing this figure here. I wanted to put down mark the points of the ends of these guys so that I keep everything symmetrical. So that's, it's like drawing. Like people say, oh, how did you get so good with your gem placement? And I talk about this a lot. So the other thing that would help is way back in the day, I took an art class and I was drawing faces. And in order to do a face, you have to mark up the geometry of the face, and it looks like an oval. It's not really an oval, but it will. I guess if you just block it out, it looks like an oval with some lines on it, like a football with laces, if you will. And once you do like a basic geometry division of this oval, then you can go back in and do the more detailed look. Hello, squeaky voice. A more detailed look. So the oval is not an oval, and it starts looking like this weird shape for the face. And then, the lines where the eyes and the nose are, you actually draw the eyes and the nose. So I was just marking out the endpoints of this sign here, as you see. And then I just filled it out. And what started out as 4 pieces of rhinestone that I lay down there is now full blown, like, I guess, continuous line that makes this yin yang looking thing. So, I mean, that's another way to go about how to do gem placement. If you know you want something centered, you would put it in the center, and you would want to mark off how far you want to go out from that center. I mean, maybe I should do a video of gem placements. Let me know what you think. I may do it anyway, but I think it's a definitely like interesting thing to learn to do because some people avoid putting rhinestones altogether, which I think is a travesty. I mean, you have to have that bling on there. So, yeah, maybe I'll do like a few how-tos on different types of rhinestone configurations. So to offset this kind of ruby-esque color, I'm putting on clear rhinestones, and I thought that I would do biggest to smallest, biggest on the edges, and then ombre to smaller towards the center. So as you can see, the end of the tip and the base of the cuticle area, I have the large rhinestones, and then I just go down each line with a smaller size. And I like that kind of difference. It kind of creates like a border for this design. And I think that, I love the tiny clear ones to fill in this stuff like I'm doing right now. But I think if I did that throughout the whole nail, it would just be boring. It would just be like a flat, clear versus the red. And, but now you have some dimension. And I really like it. So just as my mental note, I want to be able to line the red with at least one line of these clear crystals. So in between this yin yang sign, I want to make sure I fit in some clear rhinestones in between to separate the two. And this stuff kind of reminds me of Light Bright, if anybody has ever used that toy. It's like a light box with some black peg stone mesh, and you stick these you stick a paper on it, preferably black, and then you stick these plastic clear pegs, clear colored pegs, and the light shines through them and shines whatever color they are. So as I'm placing these down, it totally reminds me of that. And let me know if anybody right now is thinking about that Light Bright song. It's a little contagious. But yes, I'm just now trying to squeeze in these last few pieces. I want to try to cover up as much of that black as I possibly can. And that will help the yin yang-esque Cancer sign stick out more. So now I'm just applying some Nourish Cuticle Oil by Gelish. And we're headed towards the big reveal. Just making sure we get everything rubbed in there. My hands are dry. But this is the end result. I love the color. It's like a more serious look to my July birthday month designs. It looks so pretty, and I love how I accidentally created my own blooming gel. And you can totally see that Cancer sign in Rhinestones. And here's a closer look. I love that crescent moon. I love that effect that I did, because it gives it a more realistic, less cartoony look. Look at that rhinestone thumbnail. I just can't. Well, there you have it. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And join me this week when I give you another bonus video featuring the Chinese Zodiac. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.